let's say a white person owns an apartment building, and anytime a black person comes in and applies for an apartment, they deny that person. Would you say that person's racist?
I wouldn't say he was racist. I would say the people that work there that he got running it is probably mishandling the business. That's
What
what I
if
say.
what if it's that actual person who said to deny those people?
Then I'd be like, yeah, he fucked up.
That's what Trump did.
I heard that a couple of times, but
Yeah, and he
I
got
never
sued for it
seen it.
twice. All right,
Hey,
Jabril, how's
fam,
it going?
my name's Jabril. That's how you pronounce
Jabril,
it. But I
Jabril,
feel,
my fault.
no, you
All right,
good, fam.
all right. So why should I
Uh,
vote for Trump, bro?
First of all, he is not a racist. Before he even decided to run for president, bro, he used to hang out with nothing but black people, bro. He hung out with all the celebrities. He even passed a law called the First Step Act. When I just left out of federal prison, I wasn't supposed to come home to 2025, but thanks to Trump, I came home last year on Halloween because of a policy he passed called the First Step Act. Not only that, he had put a policy in place to fund HBCUs, you know what I'm saying, giving them 250 million a year, saving their colleges. So people always saying he racist, and the same people that started the rumor saying he was racist is the same people that used to hang with him. Oprah, Mike Tyson, all of them, they started kicking with Trump. Trump didn't mess with nothing but, you know what I'm saying? And he denounced racism. He always denounced it, but nobody ever played those clips. I don't really understand.
Okay. Did you know that if let me ask you a question. Let's say a white person owns an apartment building,
Uh,
and anytime a black person comes in and applies for an apartment, they deny that
mm.
person. Would you say that person's racist?
I wouldn't say he was racist. I would say the people that work there that he got running it is probably mishandling the business. That's
What
what I
if
say.
what if it's that actual person who said to deny those people?
Then I'd be like, yeah, he fucked up.
That's what Trump did.
I heard that a couple of times, but
Yeah, and he
I
got
never
sued for
seen
it
it.
twice.
Was it him though?
Yes, it was his building. It was his policy. He
Because
said
when
put
Jennifer,
C on those. Like matter of fact, if you look up the case, he's the one who actually put in the policy in that business to put C, meaning colored, for any black person that applies and to deny them. It was his
I never
policy.
knew, I never knew that.
All right. Let's how about another one? Trump used
Mm,
to own casinos. When Trump owned the casinos, anytime that there was a big, a whale is in what they call in the financial industry a person with a lot of money. Anytime there was a whale that came in and that whale happened to be white, he would take all the black employees and put them in the back. And he got sued for that twice again. Would you call that racist?
I wouldn't call it racist because he got black employees. He probably understand the politics more than the black people understood it. He probably was on on some stuff like, "Hey, look, bro, I got this dude coming in here, and he kind of don't like black people. So to keep the money flowing, I'm going ahead and put y'all in the back. Just chill back here for a little minute until he leave. Ooh, you never know.
No, that's racist, bro. Why'd you like?
Then
Because
why did
at the
he
end of the
hire
day,
the black people if he racist? Then
you can
why
still
hire them in the first place?
you can still hire them and be a racist person, bro. Because remember, he doesn't actually control HR.
Yeah, I understand it, but I see. I look at it from a different point of view. Okay, when I was in prison, you got politics, right? It's called politicking when you have to deal with other races or other gangs, right? So you'll have a speaker of the gang, and
Mhm.
sometimes the speaker of the gang has to think for everybody else. Like at one point in time in my dorm, I was in El Reno. That's a federal facility in Oklahoma, and in my dorm, I was like basically I had to think for 30 and under, right? The dudes that was 30 and under, I had to think for them, and
Mhm.
sometimes I had to make decisions that probably wasn't right for like I had one time we had a dude, he had a mental illness. His name was Jock. He was from my city. I'm from Dallas. He was from my city. So we had to basically manage him. And he had got into it with the Norteños, which is a Mexican gang from California.
Mhm.
And he just kept getting into it with them. Okay, now some black dudes was on some stuff like, F it, we're gonna ride with him right or wrong. But I had to make the decision to have his ass shipped before he crashed all of us out. You get what I'm saying? But that don't mean that I'm not for my people, or that don't mean that I'm not for people with mental illnesses and stuff like that. Sometimes I had to think about the bigger picture, the you know, you get what I'm saying?
Okay. No, I do understand what you're saying, because I do have, friends who are in the system, and I did grow up around people, who are really like that. So I get it. I mean, sometimes you have to politic that way. But there's a difference here. The difference here is that that one person was putting the entire group in danger. So yeah, you had to go ahead and remove them. I could understand that. But what we're dealing with here is that Trump and his business was hiding his black employees from everybody else. That is a discriminatory practice. You cannot do that. That's actually against the law. And he was still doing it, knowing that it was against the law, and he got sued for it twice.
Dang,
That's
I
the
never knew
problem.
that. I never knew that. What year was this?
This was in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, he tripping with. I still mess with dude though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I got a different way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And then Kamala,
Mm-hmm.
she just, if you're not gonna vote for Trump, just don't vote for her, because for one, they didn't push this narrative saying this lady black, and this lady clearly ain't never said she was black. She always said that she was an Indian woman, but she not denying not being black because it's working for her. But she didn't ever come out and admit, I'm a black woman. She always said she was an Indian woman. She was an Indian woman. She was an Indian woman. But as the DA in California, she did a horrible job. All these stories popping up about her, and I ran two dudes when I was incarcerated. I ran into dudes who was from California, and they used to tell. I always tell us about her and the 3 strike rule and da 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 da. And I never knew her until she got to the. I mean, I never knew, like, I never seen her until she got to the big stage. And I'm like, oh, it's the girl that they used to be talking about from California. You know what I'm saying? And she was terrible for, if you ask one of them, you know what I'm saying. But from other people's point of views that ain't from California, they might look at her like, oh, she's achieved this, she's
Mm-hmm.
achieved that. But the lady who had people on death row who was trying to get free from DNA evidence, and she was like on some stuff like, nah, go ahead, let them die. You
Okay.
get what I'm saying?
Okay. Here's a few things I would say. Number one, she has said she's black before. She's on video saying that she is. Number two, her dad's from Jamaica, and her dad is clearly black. Like he looks like me. He's
Yeah,
very clearly a black person. You know what I'm saying? And she has said that before. She even put it in her bio when she was the DA of California, where she said she's the first black DA of California. So that is there. But when it comes to her record as the DA, I do understand people's uncomfortability about it, because I do have a huge criticism of her, especially when she went after parents for truancy.
yeah,
She went
true.
after, yeah,
Too.
yeah, those things. I did not agree with that
Which
policy.
she,
That's not a good
which
policy.
could have
But
just been a mistake on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? You
mhm.
get what I'm saying? I understand people make mistakes, so I really can't hold her to that, because she made the decision to the best of her ability at the time. You know what I'm saying? She probably didn't know it was gonna have that type of impact. But continue.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. Dwayne, I do see you in the box. I'm gonna get you right after I get to Jabriel. Okay. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong. Is it Jabril or Jabriel?
Jabril.
Jabril. My bad. Thank
Yeah.
you. But yeah. So there are like issues that I do have with DAs, especially the whole tough on crime DAs. Now, one thing that I give like kind of leeway to is that I understand that even Democrats back in the 80s and the 90s, even they were tough on crime proponents. Even they voted for the crime bill, because a lot of people like to blame it on Biden, but Biden wasn't the only author of the 94 crime bill. A lot of black Democrats added to the 94 crime bill. You know what I mean? It was a whole bunch of them. So one thing I say is that I get it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the crime bill had in the tough on crime policies had like they had like effects that they didn't realize would happen. But I do allow people to grow in at least that arena. Now her record as DA, it is mixed, because she did do some positive things, but a lot that she did do some negative things, like the truancy situation. That was hugely negative, and I don't think that impacted black communities like very, very harshly. And I think that she should have come up with something else for that. But like like I understand that she's a cop. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I always tell black folks is that black cops not gonna save us. You know what I mean?
At
Is
all.
that they're not gonna save us. You know what I mean? Like we all heard from Ice Cube, black police showing up for the white cop. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? However, I do think she's better than Trump, a lot more qualified, and has a lot better ideas in order to help us out. And I can only hope with at least this arena, with at least tough on crime, she's evolved since then, and is not on the stuff that she was when she was DA. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that make completely good sense.
Yeah, that's why I would. Now, I'm not saying that. she has 100% of my vote. I'm leaning towards her more because I would rather her than Trump. But with
Mhm.
Trump, like I haven't heard any plan for him. I haven't heard how he's gonna benefit us. He's even said that he's gonna let the cops do a purge, and that's gonna affect black folks, and we know that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like these are the reasons why I can't mess with him. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but I don't think he's just gonna let police just run wild. Like y'all do whatever y'all want to do.
Mhm.
I don't see him doing that. And he talked about, these cops need to be getting prosecuted for breaking the law because a lot of them do break the laws. You know what I'm saying? But
Gotcha.
I guess I
Let me
guess
let,
it,
let
it
me
depends on.
let me just say one last thing. Because
Yeah,
you brought up the whole thing with the HBCUs. You know that was Obama's policy, right? He's the one that did
I
that, and
didn't know
Trump just
that.
extended it. Yeah, yeah, it was Obama's policy. It was his
Mm,
policy, and Trump just extended it, and Biden extended it again. So it's something like this that's just perpetual. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
okay.
it's not always been a thing, but it was Obama that put it in first, and then Trump extended it, and then Biden extended it again. It's just something
I,
that's
I
perpetual.
I can see that because he did something. He passed the crack law that went against the '94 crime bill when I was incarcerated. It was
Yeah,
dudes
that.
down there. You
My
know what
bad.
I'm
Go ahead.
saying?
My bad.
It was dudes down there, man. For 2 ounces, if anybody don't know what ounce is, that ain't number 28
That
grams.
nothing. Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Two-
But here's the thing.
Mhm,
I am gonna give credit to Trump for that one, passing that bill.
mhm,
The thing is that kind of annoys me is
mhm,
that there's been people in Congress, mostly Democrats, that's been saying that we need to pass something like this forever, and no one ever
mhm.
passed it until Trump came in. Now that's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? That's not his fault that no one passed it until he came in. But the fact that he got it passed, I'm okay with that. That's the one credit that I'll give to Trump. He
Yeah,
actually passed it when it never came up in Obama's presidency, but it should have. I don't know why it never
yeah,
did, but it should have, and he should have passed that. You know what I'm saying? So I do give credit there, credit where it's due. But other than that, I don't have a reason to vote for him. That makes sense.
yeah. That makes sense. It makes sense. I respect your opinion too, and I like that you gave me some good game. I didn't know about a lot of things that you just told me about, but I guess it's just my algorithm on my
Mhm.
phone. You know what I'm saying? Because certain, like you know how these phones is. It showed me all nothing but positive stuff, but it don't show
Yeah.
me none of the negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Like always, do any type of any type of research. But you got anything else for me? I do encourage you to, like, I'm not gonna tell you to vote for Kamala because I know you're uncomfortable with that, because a lot of people that you met in jail are in jail because she did something. You feel, so I do
yeah,
understand you. I'm not gonna say go out and vote for Kamala now, but do all the research that you can into both of these people. And if you have your right to vote back, which I think all ex-cons should have, every
mhm.
single ex-con should have their right to vote back. I don't know why we do
Yeah,
that
that
in
we
America.
do. I
Okay,
want
you
to
have
say,
the right to vote back. Great.
I want to say that was it because Trump? It probably been somebody else. I know he passed a lot of laws saying we can get housing and
Mhm.
all that type of stuff, like government assistance to get back on our feet, like food stamps, all kinds of stuff. But
Yeah, I think that happens state by state. That's something I have to look up. I know in my
oh,
state,
mine was federal. Mine was federal. I was
yours
a
federal.
federal.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so that
Um,
was for federal inmates. I don't know about the state inmates, but for federal inmates,
federal, yeah, yeah. But from my state, there a lot of felons still can't. I mean, it's because we have our Republican governor suck. I mean, that motherfucker suck. But I do appreciate you, man. But like, definitely look into both candidates. Look into see which one is which that you think is better for you. And if you think that, hey, Trump is still better, then go ahead and vote for him. I'm not gonna tell you not to. You feel me?
all right, appreciate you,
I
family.
appreciate you, Jabro. Go ahead and have a good day.
All right, you too, fam.
All right, y'all. Keep liking the post. Keep sharing it.